Greetings, fellow earthlings, and it seems that the Aztecs are just not stopping. You know, this is part 3, welcome to part 3, and the Aztecs are just marching through the Shishimek, and they're probably going to start marching into, yeah, they're already marching into Apache land, but not actually taking settlements yet, but I'm sure they'll start doing that very soon. They're just an unstoppable force right now. They're at war with, they're at war with the Mayans. I said in part 3, if the Mayans strike now, they could stop the Aztecs, and they have. The Mayans have gone to war with the Aztecs. This is going to be the big deciding thing. If the Aztecs can hold here, I think the Aztecs will win. But now the Mayans, if they start pushing, the Aztecs, they're in a Shishimek position right now where they had all the soldiers in the wrong place and just got stabbed in the back and just destroyed. The Mayans, they could win this. If they make a good push and start taking territory and destroy the Aztecs, they could win. Of course, whether a faction actually gets the required win or not does not matter. We go to turn 200 or turn 250 if I think it needs an extra 50 turns, but you know, probably go just 200 turns. Well, yeah, so welcome to part 3. We're kicking this one off very good, and it's good to see. I don't know who I want to win. The Mayans have won already, so overall the Aztecs are the underdog, but in this specific campaign, it's, you know, the Mayans compared to the Aztecs are the underdog. Of course there's other weak factions that I want to see do well, although it looks like the French are going to wipe those out. But yeah, I'm going to say I want the Aztecs to win, because they've never won before, so I am cheering for the Aztecs, but still, if the Mayans pull up a good comeback here from basically out of nowhere, completely unexpected, then, you know, I'll be happy with that as well. But let's find out. Who knows? The Shishimek could turn this around and get the win. Who knows? Okay, so it seems like the Aztecs managed to save their settlement over here, but the Mayans are coming in with a lot of forces now. They're pushing in right for Tenochtitlan, and it was, if you remember, once the Spanish lost this settlement here, everything collapsed. They lost another like 2 settlements, and then it was regicide in about 4 turns afterwards. You know, this settlement, it holds something for this AI. It's like, if you hold this, you're doing well. If you lose it, you're going down, and that's the theme. It's this settlement here that seems to decide everything. Of course, it's all, you know, it's not real. Of course, it's not. This settlement means nothing, but who knows? Who knows? Look at them all rushing back, realising that there's a great threat down here. But it doesn't matter what's going on up here. They need to rush back and make sure they've got their defences in order. Furthermore, it seems like the French have actually woken up and they're playing again now. They're not interested in this rebel settlement after their big loss, but you know, they're interested in expanding this way, and they've taken this from the Apache tribes. It's going to be interesting to see where they go next. Are they going to keep on expanding, or are they just going to hope for a little while and, you know, turtle their way through, as it seems like they're doing so far? Is this the beginning of the end for the Aztecs? They've lost 1 settlement already. They're probably going to lose a second. They're rushing down loads of troops at the Mayans. They've already got troops here. They don't need to rush. Although they kind of need to take enough land before the Aztecs do really build up, but you know, they're organised, the Aztecs aren't, and it's going to be interesting to see, I think, how, yeah, what's going to happen as these 2 great powers collide. Who is going to come out on top? Oh, finally the French took that rebel settlement. It's been scaring them for like 80 turns now. They've just refused, no, not 80, more like 60 turns. They've refused to attack it, but now they've taken it for themselves. Well done, France, well done. Now, of course, the Mayans have been pushed back by the Aztecs. This front is about to get very bloodthirsty. It seems like the Aztecs have sorted themselves out a little bit, so they've only lost 2 settlements, I think, so far. Yeah, they've managed to regain 1. Yeah, this could go anyway. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. You can see, you know what this is like. You know how big this is going to be. This is game changing here. Whoever wins on this front, in everything you see in this screen right now, whoever comes out on top and dominates this territory is going to win at the end. Because the Shishimek and the Apaches, no matter how weak the Aztecs are, they've lost so much, I don't think they're going to make a comeback. The French, it's just how they play. They don't play super aggressive, they really turtle it, so they're not going to come down and take all this. It's going to be decided here. If the Aztecs take this land, the Aztecs win. If the Mayans take this land, the Mayans win. And it's all come down to this. So it seems like the Apache tribes have surrendered to the Aztecs. And now they're a puppet state to the Aztecs. Remember, territory that a faction... you win the campaign by having the most territory, but if you own a puppet state, or the vassal, whatever you call them, their territory is added onto your score at the end. So right now, if it was to end, that is a +2 settlements to the Aztecs, which they don't need the +2, but you know it is where things do start looking a little bit scary down here for them. Trench warfare, just complete stalemate. No one can really make a move. Whoever plays defensive is going to win. It's just a stalemate situation here. Just nothing's really happening. Yeah, of course they're of course moving their armies, but it's just not enough. No one's actually attacking each other or going for the settlements. They're getting the better position, and it's like the early stages of a chessboard. That's the way I'm seeing it right now. You know, you're moving into position, but you're not actually making a risky move. You're trying to make sure that when the big battle does happen, you have the upper hand. Seems like the Aztecs have pushed the Mayans back out of the territory, and now they're going on the offensive. This is good for them, of course. It shows that they are making progress, but we can actually see that the Aztecs are struggling, and we can see that because they haven't really taken any territory from the Shishimek. Of course, they're in the land, they've got big armies, they could possibly start taking territory soon, but they haven't for about 20 turns. And what that says to me is that they're struggling so much down here, they've forgotten that AI does not care about all the way up there. They're focusing all their efforts and all their money, resources, supplies, everything is coming down here to fight the Mayans because they know it's going to be decided here. And they're struggling. They need everything down here right now. And the Mayans, you know, there's nothing down here. Well, of course there's nothing down here. They don't need anything down here, but they know it as well. Everything is being pushed onto this front line. It's so beautiful to watch. Yeah, I don't know how much people want to see of this front because there's not much to talk about, but it's interesting to watch how the armies are moving. So yeah, I'm just gonna like keep zooming into it. Might not say much, and yeah, just so that you can see what's going on and picture it for yourselves. Oh, the Aztecs won. Okay. They reached their technology thing, no, settlement level, but that doesn't matter, that doesn't mean much. That doesn't count. It's about whoever has the most territory once we reach 200 or 250 turns. Ooh, so much has just actually happened, hold on. Well, I'll sort this out. Wow, so much has happened in that turn. Of course, so the Aztecs won, but they haven't won, but they won their campaign, but they haven't won my campaign, if that makes sense. But yeah, of course they took this from the Shishimek, and then all of a sudden, bang, the Shishimek get hit by regicide. They lost their last general. Well done to the Aztecs, that was a good play by them. And here we go, faction destroyed, the Shishimek. Weirdly, the Apache tribes outlived them, which I did not expect at all, but they did. So who's going to take these rebel settlements now? I think the Aztecs will take most, but if the Apache tribes start focusing their efforts over here, they could probably take 2 of them. And then meanwhile, it seems like the Aztecs, they're going for their revenge. They somehow made it, they snuck down here unseen, and they took this settlement from the Mayans. They've got a lot of troops here, so yeah, they could probably hold for a while. They've got reinforcements as well. This war, I would say now, is even right now. because of course the Mayans have taken territory, but the Aztecs have taken territory as well. Right now, if this was Europa Universalis 4 and I had to guess what the war score would be, I would say 0%. You know, each faction has lost and gained, but it's now where we're going to actually start seeing it tilt in one faction's favour. This is it. The next 5 to 10 turns are going to decide this entire campaign. I think the Aztecs might just have the upper hand because they've proven that they can hold out and make a push. And immediately the Aztecs make a push onto the rebels. They took out a rebel army. They've taken out another rebel army. That rebel settlement there is currently unoccupied. All they have to do is walk in, and yeah, that's what they did. They just walked in. They managed to draw the troops out by attacking nearby enemies, like, you know, bring them out onto the field, fight them that way, and then have a settlement undefended. That's some really Legend of Total War stuff there, those types of tactics, or something that I would do in my Mordor campaign, like I did with Minas Tirith and I think Edoras as well. Although I don't know if I've uploaded that one yet. I might have to edit that line out. I don't know if I've uploaded it yet. Yes, so that could have been a spoiler alert. But yeah, that was some smart play by the Aztecs. I don't know. I don't know if they was actually smart by it. It probably was just luck. That's how the AI seems to work most of the time. It's very luck based, I think. But you know, it worked out for them. The Apache tribes, they're getting nothing out of the Shishimek regicide. The Aztecs are taking it all. They've taken 2 other settlements. They're probably going to make a push immediately and go for the 3rd. And yeah, they would look like a real superpower then. They already do look like a superpower, but that would really help them out. Meanwhile, there's not much to say on this front, except for I've got no garrison in there, but they'll reinforce it soon, I think. Yeah, there's not much to say. It's all just the same, just battles that are too difficult to keep any real good track of. Yeah, as you can see there, it looks like the Aztecs got a few battle wins, but there's so many armies where it's difficult to tell what's actually going on. Although it seemed they did have them under siege here for a little while, but it looks like a main army, they destroyed them and pushed them back. The French are showing interest in Havana. They've landed an army here, so that's going to be another territory onto their name. The French, they're doing well compared to how they usually do, but I don't think they're going to win. Same with the Apache tribes, they're usually wiped out by this point, but you know, for the usual campaign they are doing well just to have survived. And the Aztecs are just doing incredible. And the Mayans, they're struggling a bit compared to average. They're really struggling. But of course, they're getting pushed back now. The Aztecs, I'd say, again, if it was Europa Universalis 4, I'll say the war score is about 5% in favour of the Aztecs. Of course, they've got this under siege as well. They've won many battles. As you can see, they outnumber the Mayans now. This is, I think, breaking point now for the Mayans. This is where it all breaks, goes downhill, and the Aztecs, they claim their victory here. Or maybe not, who knows? Who knows? Well done to the French for taking Havana and now occupying Cuba. And it also seems like, yes, the Aztecs did manage to take the settlement of Toctlan from the Mayans, reclaiming all the territory now. Now every land that they once lost to the Mayans, they've taken back, and the Mayans, this war has been a big loss for them. Maybe they were like a little bit late with declaring war. Maybe if they did it as soon as I said, like, now is the time, they should have done it. This could have been a bit too late. Yeah, just 5 turns in this campaign, being 5 turns late to a war can completely change it around. I think the Aztecs are going to win. The Mayan armies right now are looking a lot like how the Apache tribes are looking. Loads of troops, but they're scattered all over the place, like no big stacks that can actually compete. And the Aztecs, they're looking like how the Shishimek once were. Big stacks who can just like walk through all these easily. All they've got to do is just divide and conquer these Mayan armies, and you know, the Mayans, they're not making it difficult for the Aztecs. They're making it incredibly easy for them to get destroyed right now. Well, whatever the outcome of this war will be, It's going to have to wait for part 4 by the looks of things, because part 3 has now ended. There's 50 turns left of the campaign, and yeah, I'm only going to go to turn 200. I'm 99% certain that's all it's going to need, because I think the Aztecs are going to be able to clearly show their dominance by then. They've already done it. They're going to be the undisputed champions, I think, by at least 50 turns. That's just my guess, of course. But yeah, it's good to see now that the Aztecs, they're going to more than likely get a win at some point. Imagine if they got hit by regicide, like they had the last general sending him to battle died, and all of this becomes rebel. Oh, that'd be so annoying. Anyway, hope you have enjoyed part 3, hope to see you in part 4, the final, and goodbye.